he wanted to watch what they call that, cocking or cucking. He wanted to watch a white dude have sex with his wife. Okay, right. Was the pegging devices used for the white dude, or you saying the text message? Pegging devices were used for him. Is it any truth to that?
No, I've never been pegged in my life, and I've never watched my wife have sex with anybody in my life.
So did you text that you wanted to see
we literally were fantasizing. Now she's the one who asked me about the pegging device. That was from her. That's not from me. So I never been pegged in my entire life.
What did you say to her when she asked you?
We just was having sexual conversation. My baby. That's it.
You was being open.
That's it.
Wait, nah, because bro, this serious. This serious. Like community. So
don't add it.
So now hold on now, because this go back to y'all. Teach y'all both Israelites, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you supposed to be fraternizing or even anything like that about a white man?
No. First off. No, you're not supposed to do it. But here's the issue, though. The issue is this whole thing happened. I, on my own record, said, you know what? This ain't right. I went to therapy in regards to this. This woman got mad after I cut her off financially, and a couple months later tried to come and weaponize it against. Now, mind you, now we're supposed to follow the Bible. The Bible say the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall a matter be established. They don't have 2 or 3 witnesses that I've actively participated in any of those things. Hold on, no, don't cut me off. Let me hold on. No, listen. But 2 or 3 witnesses again. Now, if I say this is just a text message and say, hold on, because I'm making a point. Thank you. 2 or 3 witnesses, right? So you cannot convict me of any sin unless you have at least 2 witnesses to substantiate it.
That's why.
Same old phone? Nah. Upgrade to the new Galaxy Z Fold 7.
You gotta monetize everything, man.
When you fall in love with a table,
you're
falling in love with
religion.
Now listen, hold on. Can I finish my point? No, let me hold on. Let me finish my point though. Let me finish my point though.
Hey, Brad, what you got to say about 2 or 3 witnesses?
Listen, see, this the problem. I gotta finish my point though.
It's serious though.
No, so very simple. Hold on. So this man's going around saying I'm a homosexual when there's no allegation of me having any type of sexual encounter or any desire to have any sexual encounter with a man. There's not in no text, not nowhere in life.
The pegging part.
No, exactly. Now again, I've never been pegged in my whole life. That's never happened. Hold on. He's talking in the mic. I'm trying to talk. I don't even get to finish my point because he's busy trying to push narrative.
What'd you say?
In the text message, he said, "How you gonna hit me with something bigger than what I hit you with?"
Did the word say
again?
That?
No, listen. I'm not saying it again. So, what part of fantasy? Hold on. No, listen. I'm not saying you
and
don't.
I'm gonna be real for the record, and I'm not saying you are, but you ain't.
Of course.
But I will tell you this: if you switch roles, if a got a text messages coming from a man to a woman, and says, "How you gonna hit me with something that's bigger than what I hit you with?"
Okay.
That is insinuating penetration.
Now, Wack. No, hold on. Now, listen. Now, Wack. Listen. Yes. I'm with you. Now we're opening up a large rabbit hole. So here.
Yeah, this guy is through, man. All right. This guy, formerly known as the High Chief Priest Alizar, is through, and this is all for entertainment. All right, but hey, Shalom, call it Yahweh Shem Shai. Double honors to the elders, apostles, the great millstone who teach and rule well. All right, and I'm just gonna look at this at a different angle. Okay, just some speculation. Brothers have been doing videos on this. I believe the elder apostle Tahar spoke on this going into out. This is all for entertainment at the end of the day. But this guy's through. This guy, Gorilla Hebrew, he was never really a part of this truth, man. All right. He saw this as an avenue to make money, monetary gains. And the scriptures talk about, one that setteth his own soul to sale. Now, you gotta question and think. First of all, the fact that you're on No Jumper is a red flag in itself. Okay. And you see the title of the lesson. Gorilla Hebrew could be undergoing a humiliation ritual. And we're going to go into the humiliation rituals and stuff like that celebrities go through to get to the next level, okay, so to say. And whether it's a humiliation ritual or not, we'll find out, and it really is not important, but it's something to watch out for, all right? And I want to just touch on this real quick, all right? So now you see him on this No Jumper again, addressing the whole pegging scandal. Okay, and he's with Whack 100, which Whack 100 is pretty much like a doorkeeper in the music industry. All right, he was he managed some notable rappers. The Game, Blueface, 6ix9ine. Okay, he had his own record label, so he's kind of like a doorkeeper to this whole music industry. And we know the music industry is wicked. We've exposed the music industry, starting with the Elder Apostles, Great Millstone on down. But the fact that you're rubbing shoulders and rubbing elbows with these guys, okay, you must be, in the same boat. And at the end of this video, this video, by the way, is on Captain Tazariak TV. I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe. But at the end of the video, he goes ahead and he doubles down on him repping the Hoover Crips and shit like that. So this guy got exposed. Now he's trying to point the finger at the truth. It's the truth's fault. Anybody but him, coming in that effeminate spirit. But nonetheless, this could very well be a humiliation ritual. Now, let me grab this real quick, because we're going to kind of shift gears into the music industry, on how the music industry is clearly, wicked. All right. It's ran by the elites. Okay. The small hats, which we know Job 9:24, it tells you what the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. And really what the Most High is doing, because really all the credit goes to Yahweh Shem Yahushai and everything. Okay. The Lord is in control of everything. And the Lord is making this guy a public example. Okay. He's humiliating this guy. All right. He's been cast down before the midst of the congregation for his wickedness, right? Being exposed. And this is why he's supposed to come before the throne of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, humble and humility, all right? And not seeking some ulterior motives, trying to get rich quick, or trying to monetize the truth. And that's what these guys are known. A lot of guys, not just this guy, Alizar. You got a lot of Hebrew Israelites that try to monetize the truth and make money off of the truth, okay? And a lot of guys are going to get exposed for that. All right. So let me grab this real quick. Let me share this video. And shalom to the brothers and sisters tuning in. Shalom, Naquan. Shalom, brothers. Any scriptures come to mind, you can always drop them. All right. But let me do this real quick too. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the chat GPT and see what it has to say. All right. Let me see what it has to say. Yeah, so regardless, this guy's through, man. Let me grab a quick scripture before I go into the chat real quick. All right. See if I can find something real quick. This is the book of Romans chapter 1 and 28. It says, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. So first and foremost, the whole pagan allegations and the whole cucking situation and all of the stuff that happened, it was not convenient. This guy has been handed over to a reprobate mind, void of judgment. And then on top of that, you rubbing elbows with No Jumper, which they're known for wickedness. The leader of No Jumper, Adam 22, he's a damn mo, all right, and he watches his woman get, ran on by multiple men, all right. So he promotes adultery, and that's this is what you rubbing elbows with. But nonetheless, this guy could very well be going through a humiliation ritual. All right. And I'm just throwing it out there. All right. To get to the next level, because that's what these celebrities got to do. All right. That's what you got to do to make it in this world, man. That's why the scriptures say, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. And the scriptures also say the love of money is the root of all evil. And the people that run the show are the Edomites. Okay. It's known, Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The earth is given into they own the money. So if you want to make it in this world, you got to play by their rules. And that's why you see these different celebrities wear dresses. You see these different celebrities, paint their nails and do stuff like that, because it's all part of a humiliation ritual. They dye their hair blonde, so the elites can maintain control. All right. For them to get to the next, you want to make that next million, you want to get to the next level. Well, you got to undergo certain rituals. All right. Drinking blood, all white parties, Diddy parties, so on. So you move your way up the ladder, in wickedness. That's how you make it in this world. All right. And I'm going to grab some videos too. All right. But real quick, let me go to the chat. I'm going to type, what is a humiliation ritual in the music industry? All right, it says the term humiliation ritual in the music industry, it says it's a conspiracy theory or concept that suggests artists are intentionally subjected to public embarrassment or degrading events as a form of initiation or control, often linked to secretive elite groups, i.e. the Illuminati, industry gatekeepers, which WAC 100 is an industry gatekeeper, okay? And this right here, this whole thing, they just straight put his ass out on blast, okay? They brought it up and they, he's trying to air it out. And it's, every time this guy opens his mouth, it's just getting worse, right? He's just digging his hole deeper, all right? Common elements in the humiliation ritual theory, it says public embarrassment, artists being dressed in outlandish outfits, caught in scandals. That whole thing with the pegging thing, that was a whole scandal that took place. So this whole thing could be, the whole situation could be part of a humiliation ritual, all right? And this is just some way to look at it, because this is what happens in the music industry. Artists get dressed in dresses and caught in different scandals or made to do things that go against their usual image. Okay, and this guy put the image on of being the high priest of Israel, all right, the chief Israelite. Initiation rituals, the idea that a new or rising star must, quote unquote, prove loyalty by undergoing something humiliating or controversial. So this is a way that the elites can see that you're going to be loyal to their show. Remember, how the elites look at it is, look, it's our world, you're just living in it. So you're going to follow by our rules, or you're not going to get to the next level. All right? So the idea that a new or rising star must prove loyalty by undergoing something humiliating or controversial. The symbolism is people often point to supposed symbols like wearing dresses, falling on stage, or strange award show performances as evidence of these rituals. It's a control narrative. Okay. Examples often cited: male rappers or actors being portrayed in traditional feminine roles or clothing. Yeah, we see that a lot. Okay, public meltdowns, legal issues, bizarre behavior, stage incidents, strange speeches. Okay, so let me grab some of these scriptures real quick, and then I'm going to play a little bit more of this video, and then I got other videos we're going to play about the humiliation rituals and so on and so forth. But this is why we, for any newer brothers or sisters that are just tuning in, you got to get out of that music shit, man. That's a heavy demon, that music industry. The entertainment business. No, you got your purpose in life as an Israelite man is to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, to repent of your sins, and to come before the throne in humility, which this guy did not do. Okay, so yeah, beautiful. Sirach 10:9, it says, "Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such an one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. All right. And that's these celebrities, covetous. They're covetous. You get $1 million and you're looking on how to get the next million, and it just never ends. Okay. You know, they're saying in the world, more money, more problems. And that's what happens. You getting that, hey, bro, you get in that circle, you get sucked in. Most of the time, you don't make it out. That's why the scriptures say this. Let me grab this real quick. This is Matthew 19:23. This is Yahushua himself. He said, Matthew 19:23. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, truly I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Yeah, so when you get into that realm and you get riches, it's hard to let that shit go. And that's why you see these guys that continue to do weird shit in the music industry. Every now and then you see guys put on dress, and it comes out every once in a while, like this guy Kid Cudi and other artists, Young Thug, all these artists, really, every now and then they'll do some bizarre ass shit so they can maintain their fame and fortune and stuff like that and make it to the next level. All right. So hardly shall the rich man enter into the kingdom. All right. But Sirach 10:9, I'm going to read the latter part. Yeah, Lil Baby as well. Yeah, at the water. Lil Baby got them tattoos on his thighs now. All these guys, they undergo rituals, man. Okay, they do this shit. But it says, because the last part of Sirach 10:9, because while he liveth, he cast away his bowels. Yeah, and you know about that black couch. These guys, a lot of these guys get popped on camera. All right, they get popped, and that they put it on camera, and they use that as a blackmailing technique, and it's all part of control by the elites. Okay. This is Romans 10:3. For they, being ignorant of Yahweh's righteousness and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of Yahweh. Yeah, because, there's a way you're supposed to come up into this truth, man. All right. There's a certain code of conduct, so to say. There's a certain way you're supposed to come to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. There's a specific way to serve the Most High. All right. But see, guys come into this thing of ours, this truth, and they want to establish their own righteousness, their own way to salvation. Okay, they're doing their own thing, and we see what happens, guys. They'll run for a little bit, and then sooner or later they fall straight on their face. Okay, and it's ultimately Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that does it. All right, the Lord will let you run and think doing your own thing, and then sooner or later he trips you, and you get caught on camera doing some weird shit, or you get exposed, or you just fall out of the truth. All right. So that's why, just follow the rules, man. Okay. Follow the scriptures. All right. That's why we tell brothers and sisters, learn from the elder apostles, a great millstone, man. They're not in this thing for money. They're not they're not selling you t-shirt fringes and mixtapes and shit, man. You getting the 100% truth. All right. That's why you're supposed to, hey, man. And you got guys that still follow this bug out. They wanted to remember, don't forget, bro. And you niggas is weird as shit, man. Straight up. You niggas is weird. That's still following this guy. We're not going to forget, man. When this whole shit happened, guys were talking about, let's go on a fast. The nation needs to fast for Allah's. Man, fuck y'all niggas. Y'all all wicked and weird as shit. The whole Sakari, y'all weird. Straight up. Aside from the elect that might be scattered amongst these different camps. These guys, their head is not strapped tight. And, truth be told, they're probably not of the elect. All right? This truth is about the elect, man. Okay? That's why, the elder apostle Tahar went into it. You couldn't pay us enough to get on fucking No Jumper. We're not here for money, bro. It's not for entertainment. All right? That's not what this truth is about. It's not about entertainment. It's about preaching the gospel. Okay, not trying to monetize it and shit like that. This is Matthew 16:26. It says, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? And that's what these celebrities do. And that's what a lot of guys, you know, this guy in particular, Alizar, he was a quote unquote Hebrew Israelite celebrity. He tried to become a celebrity off of the truth. And that's what they, you know, same thing with the new Genesis crew. And they wanted just the views and the sensationalism and the clicks and the likes and the money, right? But see, they're going down the dark, it's a dark path. Okay, Matthew 16:26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world? And that's what Esau will offer you, man. Esau, that's what did not Satan offer Yahushua everything? All right. Did not Satan offer Yahushua everything? Okay. So that's what Esau does in this. Look, man, we'll give you $10 million. You'll be rich forever. Your family will be good. But you got to sell your morals. You got to play by the rules. And a lot of guys go down that path. It says, for what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Yeah, and another thing, let me see something real quick. Yeah, so these guys, man, you know, going through that humiliation and shit. Bear with me 1 second, Akim. Doing some searches real quick. All right, so yeah, these guys do this, okay, because they want the instant gratification and they lose their own soul, man, their morals. All right, so let me play a little bit more of this video.
Here's what we have to understand. There's no context being given to anything, right? And hold on. Is that first off, that never happened, right?
You
but
saying
no,
it was said, but it didn't happen.
Listen now, what again? It's a text message. Is it a video?
Maybe she sent him a picture.
No, hold on. Now, Wack, there's no picture. Now, Wack, you done seen the videotape. Hold on. Now, can he be quiet?
Hold on. Go ahead.
Now, listen, Wack. You done seen a videotape of Nipsey Hussle doing something, correct?
Yeah, I noticed what he was doing.
See, and the fact that he just addressed Wack and said, you don't see Nipsey Hussle, right? You don't see Nipsey Hussle doing some shit, right? Look, Wack 100 is a doorkeeper to this industry, man. All right. The fact that you on this is a red flag. All right. The fact that you in the middle of all this, man, is looking more and more like some Illuminati ritual shit. Okay. Some Edomite weird shit going on, man. All right. And it's just a way to look at it. All right. And you know what's crazy is the Sakari in the Bible, you know, what they came to is ultimately they started, you know, they pretty much they were drawing lots to determine. Well, pretty much they didn't want to you know, serve the Romans. Okay, so they chose death. And this guy, you know, Eleazar, I believe his name was, ended up committing suicide, and it could be him. You know, coming back. All right. He you know, that's what the Sakari was known for. Eleazar, he refused to compromise with the Roman besiegers, and Eleazar, his followers, and their families committed mass suicide in a sign of defiance and extremism. So, with all this shit going on, man, I wouldn't be surprised. All right, I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, no, look, you done seen it.
No, man.
No, I'm not saying he did. No, listen, I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying he did, but here's what I'm saying. You done seen something occur, You didn't read. Right.
But what did the text say to make
Imagine you and your girl talking about all manner of freaky shit, right?
Hey, Salakia, my power went out. All right, Salakia.
Fantasy life, right? So when I make my fantasy, we talking about freak. Unless you have at least 2 witnesses to substantiate
this
it.
why
Narrative.
about bigger than what'd you say?
In the text message,
It says how you
have seen the videotape. Hold on now. Can he be quiet?
Hold on. Go ahead.
Now listen. Listen, Wack. You done seen a videotape of Nipsey Hussle doing something, correct?
Yeah, I never said what he was doing.
Oh, okay. No, look, you done seen it.
No, man.
No, I'm not saying he
no
did.
Man touch
No,
him.
listen, I'm not saying he did. I'm not saying he did, but here's what I'm saying. You done seen something occur.
Yeah.
You didn't read two people having a conversation in fantasy. You've never seen that, right? So now there's nuance.
Do you agree? Wait, Cap. Do you agree? Because see, I'm on a mission with this right
I'm
here.
with you.
Do you agree?
Hey, so you see, even with him saying that, he said, "What? I'm on a mission right here." All right, so this could whole shit could be a humiliation ritual. All right, so now I want to go here real quick. I'm gonna cut this short. Let me stop this screen. Let me share this screen. Shalom.
Celebrities doing bizarre things. Have you ever noticed celebrities doing bizarre things and wonder if there's a hidden agenda? Welcome to the humiliation ritual conspiracy theory, a concept some believe is a way that the elite control their own. So what is a humiliation ritual? Conspiracy theorists claim it's a public spectacle where someone, usually a celebrity, does something incredibly embarrassing as a way to pay their dues to the secret elite. The rituals are also said to maintain the elite's power by keeping the members obedient to them. You guys remember in 2007 when Britney Spears shaved all her hair off and ran amok? That would be one. Do you remember when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars? That would be another one. You guys know how Kanye West is always saying this, always saying that, told Taylor Swift, it should have been Beyonce, but I'm going to let you finish. Have you ever noticed celebrities doing?
Yeah, so this is all part of Hollyweird, all right? Hollyweird. And you can just type it in, humiliation rituals explained, and you got all these different videos going into it. You know, use some Freemasons. All right. Yep. So let me go ahead and grab this, and that'll be that. That'll be that. First Timothy 6 and 10. I'm going to start at verse 9. 1 Timothy 6 and 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. All right. And that's what happens. And we see that happening on a large scale. Okay. In the world and even amongst these Israelites. It says, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. All right. So, hey, yeah, just another way to look at it. This could be a humiliation ritual. Humiliation rituals are a real thing. And it's all just some buffoonery, you know, some entertainment. So Jake is through. All right. So call Yabashmi on side. Tonight, some shalom.